So I'm back. I was just coming on here. Don't mind my jaw. It's swollen right now. I have a tooth that's not doing good. Obviously, look at that side to that side. Oh well, but I don't care what people think, and I don't care what I look like as I'm fixing my hair. But I really don't like. I never wear makeup, and just pointless stuff to worry about. Wasting time and energy on what other people think when it doesn't matter is fruitless. So I don't usually apply those conditions into my life. Um, right now, in my ascension, um, I am I've integrated my shadow and my light from this lifetime, most of it anyway. So I'm pretty balanced, and my aura is getting stronger, and my energy is getting stronger, my energy signature, and my capabilities, and my potential within that. But I've also been calling back my energy and my power and my soul from all lifetimes and all dimensions and all realities and all existences. And I've lived many incarnations, and so come to find out, I'm going through I'm calling my energy back. It comes back to you and then manifests in whatever way that is necessary for your soul and your soul's growth and your soul's journey. And for me, the things that for it's manifesting in ways that I've already healed, and so it's like, dang it, did I heal this or not, like, but it's because there are parts of me that the parts of my soul and my energy and power that are coming back to me are also from lifetimes of where I had shadow aspects that weren't healed, and incarnations, and those are coming back to me, and I'm healing them now in this incarnation. And so, and I know that I'm doing this. I'm aware that I am healing trauma and pain and separation and division and all that stuff. Separation, division, fragmentation of my soul from all of my incarnations, and plus my ancestral lineage, and how far ever that goes back, because I believe there was galactic wars and all this kind of stuff. Our DNA, or some souls are very, 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 I mean, like thousands and upon thousands of years old, you know, and I am aware that I am trying to heal all of that right now so we can start a new era on earth for mankind that is balanced and unified and based on love and compassion and understanding and equality and fairness and justice and truth, forgiveness, mercy, grace, uh, loyalty, honor, respect. Definitely respect, huge respect thing, okay? But that's part of the equality too. Reciprocity, all that kind of stuff. And so I'm willing to do it. Like I was just bawling earlier because of one of the my soul energies that are integrating back from other lifetimes, and whatever, how they're manifesting in me now. And it was based on my previous abandonment wound, because I was upset that I was hurting, and I've been hurting for years. And I when I tried to get help, no one would listen, and it was really hard, and I don't have any money, so I can't go, I can't get any help. I have no way, so I had to go within. I had to figure out, I had to ask for help from within, and rely on that. And that's what every problem I've ever had all pointed me to go within, and that's where the answers are. And I believe that, and deep down in the soul level, even the bottomless bottom of me, like, believed that it was within me. The answers within are within me, no matter what. And so I trusted in that, and I trust in that. And so, yeah, I was crying, and and it's good to cry. Crying is a purging. It purges you of dense and negative emotions, or dense negative energies, and so it's a good thing. Excuse me. And that's also purging. That's also clearing of dense and negative energies when energy's moving around. um, and so it was good. I was actually glad to cry, and I was grateful to cry, because I knew that I was working through it, and I knew that I wouldn't stay in it. Like and that's one thing that it also showed me how much I've matured. You know what I mean? Like, I can cry and not get stuck in that depression or in that feeling like crap for it. Like, if I need a good cry, then I need a good cry, but it doesn't mean I'm a bad person. and I know that. And so I came out of it and I knew that I had purged something out of me, that I had emotionally purged something out of me that needed to be, it obviously needed to come out or I wouldn't have cried, and I was fine with that. And I was grateful. And I called in my celestial teams and I called in my spirit guides and my elementals and all that kind of stuff and asked them to help me along this journey. And they're right beside me. And that was another thing I wanted to say, is that I am aware that I'm healing this, and it's not based on the 3D world. It's not based on what we have to come back to here and then balance ourselves out and then manifest out the perfect world. It will come out through us. And plus, I also share an energetic attachment with Mother Gaia. So when Mother Gaia is going through stuff, I actually feel it's similar to things that are issues that I'm having within my body. And if I heal, Mother Gaia heals. Like, I have that contract with Mother Gaia. I do. That's one of the reasons that I face my pain, and that it is for all of us, is because I know that if I heal me on the inside where I need to be healed, it will help that helps heal all. And so it's worth doing. Then it's worth doing to me. And so, I know that on an energetic level that worked for me anyway. My soul contract works that way. But I was thinking about, like, I'm not in this to get fame or recognition. I honestly want to do this to help everyone else and to help heal the world. Honest to God, because I know what suffering is like. I know how it feels, and I don't want anyone to feel that way. And I had to learn valuable lessons about boundaries and treating yourself in the way that you want others to treat themselves, and vice versa, how you want them to treat you. The golden rule, the stoic rule of do unto others as you want done to you. Same idea with self-respect and boundaries. And I had to learn that so I wouldn't overgive, because I'm a very generous person. Actually, I'm a very giving, and I like smiles, and I like people. I like to give of my energy, but I gave it too much, and people would take and not reciprocate it back. So that was one of the hardest lessons I had to learn, was having to be strong in myself and going, no, you can't treat me that way, because I wouldn't want you to be treated that way either. So, you know what I mean? That's where that goes. But I don't do this for recognition. I really don't. And to me, because I'm healing my ancestral lines, because I'm healing my incarnations of pride, you know what I mean? I'm actually freeing souls by facing these issues head on, and crying and going through them and deciphering them and analyzing them and getting to the bottom, and then changing the direction of them, breaking patterns, breaking cycles, breaking generational curses, and standing firm and standing tall in truth, my truth and all truth. And so to me, that is the fame and recognition that's already good enough. Like, I have a whole team of ancestors and deceased loved ones, gods, goddesses, and deities, dragons, fairies, unicorns, centaurs, Pegasus. I've got gnomes, duodenums, elves, selves, undins or undles, one of the salamanders, Mother Gaia, Earth, or Mother Earth, Solaris Solavanya, Earth, Air, Water, Fire, Spirit, Holy Spirit. And then I got my spirit guides, my this is all my team, you know what I mean? But they're all fans of mine for doing this for them, because and they know that. I talk to them on a regular. They don't, I'm still getting my clairs. I'm still coming online. I'm not all the way. I'm psychic, but I'm not all the way. Like, I can grow more. And that's the cool thing about it, is that there's uncharted territories, and there's so much potential, and there's so much capability, and like, it's exciting, to know that. And that's what, for that to happen, though, you have to make room energetically. And the things that have been within us that have made blockages that we have made and didn't know, even through incarnations after incarnations after incarnations, that get stored in our DNA, that we have to work through to overcome, so we can remove those blockages, so the good stuff can come in, so I can come online more, so I can awaken more, so I can get my clairs more, so I can become more clairvoyant, clairaudient, claircognizant, I already have a degree of all of them. We all do. It's believing in them and exercising them. You have to practice them. It's a thing. You got to practice. We're conditioned species. We have to be conditioned into things that we want to stick. It's got to be a repetitive thing. It's the way that it works for us. Like, that's when we're in an active state, but like, we can maintain a state within a state. So like, that's through repetition. And that's how we got into our lower energetic states, as it was. We were conditioned and manipulated by other forces into having these energetic blockages. And the first thing was to wake up to them, And once that was one thing too, one of my soul contracts is that my awareness, if I'm aware of an illusion or a separation or something that isn't supposed to be, that's a lie, that doesn't help, it doesn't benefit anything, just my awareness starts to dissolve that separation within, even within the collective. I'm able to call judgment on it and bring down light and bring down higher energies to dissolve that blockage, that energetic construct that is false. And so that's one of my gifts as well. If I can see it, then it's going down. And I won't stand for it either. I just won't. I'm not built for it. I'm not built to stand for injustices. I'm not built to stand for lies, for falsehoods, for falsivity. Like, even for comfort and familiarity, like, it doesn't work for me. I have my soul set it up that, yeah, I will set up traps for myself to figure it out until I do. And I got tricky with it. Like, we get tricky. Like, the harder the issues, the harder it is to get to them and figure out what they are. And the trickier we can be to ourselves and not know, whether we were manipulated or not, like, we're very complex and intricate beings. And so, which is an awesome thing. Like I said, that makes us so unique and incredible. And so it's something to be cherished and to be loved and to be respected and honored. To be honored is the main thing. You know what I mean? Honor ourselves for God, for creation. And so, yeah. And I just want to come on here and share my little ascension update, because it's crazy, because I was like, man, I've been through some of the, like some of these issues that are coming up, the abandonment wounds. I thought I was over with them, but no. But I was also informed that since I've been calling my soul energy back to me, it's not just, energy that comes back. If it was a shadow aspect of me in another life that wasn't healed and I called it back to me, it's going to come back to me in a shadow way. So I have to heal it and integrate it again, which I'm down for. Like I said, I'm down to do this. I was built for it. I was built for it. I was built to be able to empathize to the greatest degree, the deepest degree, the most profound degree, for myself and others. Compassion for myself and others. And so I won't let my perseverance and my resilience is ridiculous. Okay. It's like my fortitude my tenacity is ridiculous. Like, I'm strong. I'm a very strong being. And it isn't about physical strength. This is mental. This is emotional. This is spiritual strength. And since I'm here, like, I'm gonna get it done. You know what I mean? Like, I asked God, give it to me, because I'm here and I've already been through and overcame so much. What's some more? So what if some shadow aspects from other lifetimes come to me right now that I have to heal? I've already healed so much that I know I can. I know I can get through it and I'll be okay. And so I'm like, all right, let's do it. Yeah, I want it done. I want humankind to be free. I want us to all be sovereign and autonomous and independent in our own right, and not worry at all. Worry is it wasn't meant for us. It wasn't meant for us. But because we are so complex and intricate, we were able to, and in a dualistic world, we were able to be manipulated into having worry and having anger and having all the negative emotions that have kept us down for so long and in the lower vibration. But they were never meant for us to have, and they all actually are lies, because they block us from our true selves, from our true light, from our true energy. And all we have to do is be aware of them, and then we can overcome them. If it's an experience that made that, then we have to go through it. But I promise you, once you go through it, once you face that pain, once you face it, it's over. It doesn't have control over you anymore. It doesn't have power over you anymore. And you're free in that way. And that is the sovereignty. That is the freedom that the independence that I am striving for all of us. Because if I embody it, if I do it, I know that other people can pick up on me doing it as well. I can be an example that I want the world to be. That's the only, like I said, we're stubborn creatures as humans, like I was too. Like, don't tell me how to do something. I got to do it myself. Yeah, that's the way that it is for me, and that's the way that it is for all of us. But thank God that this whole experience is, when we ascend back to God, and it is coming back online to God and our innate divinity within us. And it's a beautiful journey, because it's unique to ourselves. All of us get our own unique conversation with God, our own in the world around us, within us. And it's not just God, it's with the divine, it's with our celestial star families, it's with our ancestors, it's with the elementals, it's with all the dimensional beings that exist. that we have, that we actually have or not connection with innately. We already do. We just were conditioned into believing we weren't. Like when we're asleep, we know these things. In between lifetimes, we know these things. That's what I was also told, that this lifetime is like a third, or wait, 1% or 3% of my actual existence. And so I shouldn't take it so seriously, pretty much, you know what I mean? Don't let it get to me too much, like it doesn't mean I can avoid and distract and ignore, because that doesn't do anything. That doesn't do any good for me or anyone else. It just means that just take it with a grain of salt, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know all the things that I've done, and good or bad, throughout my lifetimes, you know what I mean? So, but to take it so personally, the things that happen in my life right now is it's not relevant. It's not important to think about in that way. It's not, if you think about it in a lifetimes of type of scale, or lifetime, over how many thousands of lifetimes. I've been told I have had thousands of lifetimes. And if I've had thousands of lifetimes, it really does make this lifetime, or, not that bad. It can't be that bad. Whatever happens, whatever I encounter, because I have lived a lot already, and other dimensions and other realms as well. My energy is primordial at best. So, but I loved it because, like I said, to me, I don't want fame and recognition, because I already got fame and recognition from those that matter most to me. That's my spiritual team. They're all by my side. They're all cheering me on. They're all proud of me. They all see me for me, and I don't have to change in any way to appease them or make them happy. They just want what's best for me, and they're helping me get to a place where I am free and sovereign in my own right. And if that means going through hard shit, well, that's the way that it goes. You can't, like, other than that, it's enabling. You can't save somebody from themselves over and over and over. If they keep making the same mistake, they have to learn that mistake. It sucks, but it's true, and anybody can relate to that. Seeing even a younger child, making the same mistake over and over, and somebody, parent going in and saving them, and then finally the parent goes, you're just gonna keep doing it, so I better just let you see what happens. I mean, don't let them get hurt or anything like that. You know what I mean? Don't let them get into any kind of danger. But they have to learn their own lessons in their own ways so they can grow, and that's what we're doing. That is our purpose: is to grow and to expand and to become better, to become more, and that's why what we all desire deep down anyway, all of us, is to be more, to do more, to have more, to become more than what we already are. And we can. If you're alive, you can. That means you're victorious by right. That's how I see it. I'm victorious by right. The fact that I'm alive, it doesn't matter if I've been hurting for years. I've been sick and not doing very well for years. I'm still alive. That means that I can overcome, and I've already overcome so much. So what's a little more? What's more at all? And I'm actually grateful. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. It just makes me grateful. It does. Everything makes me grateful. I'm grateful to have the team that I have. I'm grateful for the experiences that I've had, because I wouldn't know how strong I was. I wouldn't know how that I was this resilient, that I was that I had this much fortitude, if I wouldn't have been tested to see, like being familiar and comfortable, and being in a comfort zone. I'm never going to find out how far I can go, so you have to test those skills. And that's what, God and your ancestors, and there's councils, and there's, if you want to become something, you can do that through them. You can ask them, I want to be like this. I want to have this strength. I want to be like, and they will send you energies that will help you integrate into your experience, so you can become that which you were desiring to become. Just got to call on them and ask them. And then accept whatever comes to you, because that's what it's going to come in whatever way that it comes. It's going to come to you in the way that your soul decides. And so it's going to manifest into your reality that way. They just send the energies, the higher energies. It's not the exact experience or anything like that. We are the ones that control that. We are the ones that manifest that into our reality. in whatever ways that we do. And then we have to be able to recognize it. And even if we don't recognize it, if we can see it in hindsight and be like, that wasn't that bad, or, like I got through it, I made it, you know what I mean? Oh, it meant this, that happens a lot when we look back on things in hindsight stuff, like everything is okay in hindsight, pretty much, there's usually never anything that isn't okay in hindsight. And that's usually, and everything becomes hindsight, and so if you can keep that in mind when you're in the moment, or even after the moment of a hard moment or a difficult moment or a challenging moment, then you're okay. So, yeah, I don't know. To me, I'm already a superstar in my ancestors' eyes and in my spiritual team's eyes, and that is, like I said, and I don't have to change a thing about me, which is great, because authenticity is the way that it's the only way I roll. That's my power. That's where our power lies. All of our power lies in our authenticity, being true to ourselves in all ways. And so, and they cheer us on. We might not be able to see them or hear them or feel them, and we might be able to. That's what we actually are able to. We just have to relearn being able to. And that's what I'm in the process of doing, is being in the now moment and trying to, like feel clairsentience, all the clairs, practice them. Because I want to connect with my team more. I feel their love, and I know they love me. And I love them very, very much. And I'm grateful for them for helping me so very much. Like, I wouldn't have gotten where I am without them. And so that's all I want to do, is to get into contact with them more and more and become more lucid and aware to be able to do that. And so that's my goal. That's my mission, is just to come online more and ascend more, and to get closer to God and to get closer to the divine in all ways. And to do that, I have to heal and integrate all shadow aspects, all imbalances, all fragmentation, all separation from all incarnations and all lifetimes. But like I said, I'm down. I was built for it. Might as well do it if I'm built for it. I'd rather that do it than live in regret, than not do it and live in regret. You know what I mean? I don't know if I said that right. But yeah, I'd rather not regret it later because I didn't do it and I could have. You know what I mean? Like, and so if I know that now, then I'm going to do it. I'm like, if I could regret it later and I know that now, fuck that. Let's get it done now. Like, I don't want to live in regret. That's a terrible state, because sometimes you can't come back from that. And I don't want to do that. Like, God has given me a lot of grace. The divine has given me a lot of grace with all my lessons and all that kind of stuff, and bringing things around and being gentle with me. You know what I mean? Like, nothing hardcore, no towers that are like just terrible, just like terrible towers anyway. You know what I mean? They were all doable. And all of them really are to me anyway. Like, I don't mind them. I might have at one point, like 3 years ago, I might have been like, fuck this, but I've had so many towers that were good for me, that brought me to where I am and awakened me, that set off my spiritual phoenix mode, that I'm grateful, that now I'm just grateful. If I cry, I'm grateful. If I hurt, I'm grateful. If I'm happy, I'm grateful. It all ends in gratitude. It really does. It really does. Because I'm not where I was before. I'm not in a more weakened state than I was before. I always come out stronger. And I know that. And that makes me grateful, to see and to be awake and to learn, the ways that of truth and of real reality. You only become grateful, and it's nothing based on any kind of 3D stuff that we were conditioned into attaching ourselves into the very thing that we create, and which kept us in a lower energetic state. And so, and now it's time to do away with all that and create from a pure state and create from a loving space, and the way that we were intended to in the first place. Like, it's a spiritual revolution is what it is that's going on. And yeah, it's good. It's really good for all of us. It's great for all of us. We all have free will choice, though. So it depends on how you look at it, your mindset. Even me, like, my mindset will keep me in a pattern, and a pattern that I'm trying to break, because I'm so used to thinking in this way or doing something in a certain way that that's the familiar and the comfort, that you can get, you become blind to, that you don't even realize that you're doing that it keeps you in that, and you're like, why is it still like this? And then, but then I ask my teams to send me energies to help me awaken so I can see these things, and they do. Sometimes I even ignore them, and that's not cool. And it's not a condemnation either. Like, the condemnation comes from ourselves. We're the ones that put ourselves, and we were conditioned, like I said, conditioned into being in a condemned state that would keep us in a lower vibration, but that is not our nature. That's what I mean. Like, if you think about it, like, there's so many things that if we were going to be condemned for things, we would have been condemned for a lot of things. And if you're still alive and still kicking, you're not condemned, So it's just you putting yourself in that state that makes you not overcome and surpass that. And that's that's what sin is. Is our own. Our sin is our own. Like, we create our own hell. Like, other than that, like, God and the divine are there. We have shut them off, so we can't see it. And that's what ascending is. It's coming back and opening those channels and figuring out who you are, who you've always been. And just didn't know. That's all. Just didn't know. That's why you have to have grace and mercy and forgiveness, compassion, self-compassion, in the same way that you would want someone that you care about to have that for themselves. You must have that for yourself too. Anyway, yeah, I don't mind my poor jaw. I love you guys.